Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney. On this channel, we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. We have a question here from YouTube user Just Jokes, Just Juss Jokes, Jokez, Just Jokes, who asks us, "Good morning, Vince. I have retained an attorney, and she is doing a pretty great job marshaling the facts of my claims. Glad to hear it. And also, she has uncovered additional claims I had forgotten by interviewing my union representatives." I love it. I love it. Full court defense, out there finding the information to add value, reduce risk. I love everything I'm hearing. This is fantastic. It is taking quite some time to get the valuation of the case. Could this be indicative of a higher demand amount, considering it's taking some time to get to the demand? No. I mean, a damages calculation of $1 and a damages calculation of $1 million and a damages calculation of $100 million all take the same amount of time. It's likely to be a 3 to 5 hour endeavor to do a real true damages calculation. And listen, that number moves. That often, depending on the state of your case and what's going on, that number might continue to develop rapidly. So, it could be that you have a rapidly developing number and your attorney is declining to do a valuation because your damages are changing day by day. But no, generally speaking, I don't think that you waiting longer for a demand or a damages calculation means it's going to be higher. We have the damages calculation playlist on this channel, which can help you to get a grasp of how damages are calculated, if that's helpful to you. But I mean, and it sounds like you're thrilled with your attorney, which I love. It sounds like your attorney's doing a great job. I love to hear that activity, that ferocity, getting out there, add value, reduce risk, add value, reduce risk. That's the job. That's the gig, right? So I love that. I love everything I'm hearing. It might be a conversation that you want to have, though. Like, hey, I love everything that's happening. I love all of this, attorney. And by this, I mean the work. We're not motioning at your attorney, right? This would not be necessarily a good, let's not do that. I love everything you're doing with the case, to be clear. And I would like to know what my damages calculation is and what you think I should demand. And like, when are we going to make a demand? When are we going to make a demand? And you can do that in the most friendly, disarming way possible, because I think you think your attorney is fantastic, and that's amazing. I love to hear that. And just to have that conversation and say, like, is there a reason we're waiting to make a demand? And there might very well be. Like, your attorney might be like, yeah, I'm strengthening your position. Slow your roll. Your case is getting better by the day. Your case is getting better by the day. Let me do my thing. And that's legit. Like, there's situations, it's situational, but there's situations where that could very much be a very rational approach, a very sound tactical approach. And if that's what your attorney's doing, and she or he can, I believe it's she, can articulate a good reason for not making a demand at this time, and if you find that reason to be compelling and rational and tactically sound, then I would urge you. You love your attorney. You trust your attorney. Your attorney knows far more about the case than I do, or perhaps, far more about the law and the procedures of court and the tactics of what she or he is doing than you do. So they're in a unique place in that they have both an informational advantage about the case over me and an informational advantage over the field, over you. So they're essentially, hopefully, almost as well informed as a combined version of you and me, because you live through these events and I do employment law, right? Even better, they know the local laws of wherever you are, where I would have to go hire local counsel to collaborate with my team, right? So they're in a uniquely well-suited spot to make some of these recommendations to you, and you may want to listen to them. But there's inherently something in listening to someone that must happen first. They have to speak, right? And what better way to get them to speak on a given topic by saying, hey, I would like to know a little more about this. You're paying them, or they're on a contingency. And that's that's great for them, right? So they should be thrilled to answer that question. It's not an aggressive question. It's not an angry question. It's a sincere question. Hey, what are we doing with the demand? When are we thinking that's going to come out? And what do we think a good demand might be? But to answer your question, just jokes, waiting longer for a demand does not change what the valuation might be. It's not indicative that the demand might necessarily be higher. It might be indicative that your attorney is doing a full court press and really working on the case and trying to make the demand higher. It might be indicative that she feels the case might be worth more at a later date, because cases can grow in value over time in certain situations. That could be what's going on. But ask. Just ask. We work for you. So ask. You deserve answers, right? If this was helpful, like, subscribe, comment down below, share the channel so it may grow. Take care.